What's going on, guys? It's Jordan from Jordan OK Review. Welcome back. Today we'll be talking about Aurora from 7hz. I think this is their flagship by now. We haven't seen a lot of 7hz coming out recently, and the most famous one was their Timeless, which was around like 3 years ago. So which started the planar war as well. So 7hz, I think they are a brand that doing quite good and doing a lot of good IEM as well, especially the Zero. So this time they come up with a tri-bit, which is not the usual tri-bit that we've seen in the market. We have a dynamic driver, 2 BA and 1 micro planar, and it is, in terms of configuration, is very close to you know who, and around this timing from DAS. Yeah, so how does this IEM perform? How does it like compare to DAS? Also, we'll be talking about it later in the later part of the video. Let's talk about the build quality, the comfort, design, and the accessories. So first of all, this IEM, yep, it's over here, is, I would say, is really pretty. As in the design, I haven't seen this design before. Yeah, in this IEM world, we have seen so many like Monarch Mark II kind of faceplate, and you have seen most of the faceplate are repetitive and nothing really new. Yeah, so this faceplate is, I would say, that it's quite creative and it's quite nice. In different angles and different lightings, you can have different colors, so it's very interesting. And also, as I was told, that if you wipe it clean with alcohol swipe, you can get an even vibrant color. I mean, over times, I guess the color of this faceplate will go down, but I think if you just clean it with your alcohol swipe, it will become vibrant again, so which is very interesting. But my unit haven't gone that old yet, so, and I've been taking really good care of my IEMs, hence it's still very colorful, very shiny till now. So the faceplate is of course metal, and the rest of the shell is in a translucent, I would say maybe it's some sort of a plastic or resin shell, where you can still see all the drivers inside. If you use your torchlight or add a brighter environment, you should be able to see all your drivers inside, which is very interesting. And the cable that they came with is a very thick cable. Yes, it is very thick. So for those of you who like thick cable, there you go. Is a cable, 2-pin cable, flat 2-pin. Okay, not the long recessed 2-pin. It's a flat 2-pin, and it's quite thick. And they have this interchangeable 4.4 to 3.5 connector, which is a must for most of the products nowadays, and it's very welcome. And also, let's go back to the IEM. Yes, I'm using another cable on this, so we talk about it later as well. And the fit and comfort. Yes, this IEM, although it looks like it's a very generic kind of shape, but to me, when I wear it into my ear, maybe because of the nozzle size, is the nozzle length is a little bit long, so when I put it into my ears, the only thing that holds it in my ears is the nozzle. Yes, the rest of the back of the shell of the IEM is not really ergonomically designed, so it doesn't like cover my concave very well. And because of the nature of the long nozzle, it just make it a little bit hard to like get a full feeling, that kind of custom, semi-custom kind of fitting. So a little bit of complaints over here. And also the ear tips that they're given us a box of ear tips like this, so they have a lot of it. So aside from the regular ear tips, we have something like SNS ear tips, which is in a barrel shape. Yes, something, not sure whether you guys can see. Yeah, it's not the usual ear tip that you see. So Dunu have something like this before. It's called the Dunu SNS tip. So we have it here again, but it's not as straight. Okay, just have a little bit of the angle there. And I would say the shape, the size is also bigger, very much bigger. So if you are a person that using like M size, so you can use S size over here, so you need to go like one size smaller. So if you guys if a guys that are using like L size, then you can use the M size. So if you're using S, probably I think you need to use something not from here, maybe something from your own collection or some other IMs. So like I said, because I don't have the best fitting on this IM, because if I wear it in, okay, so if I wear it in, it will just, I can just rotate the IM like this. Yeah, so I can just wiggle with the IM, because the only thing that holding it in my ear is the nozzle. So I have changed quite a lot of ear tips on it to get a better fit and better comfort. So end up I was using this ear tip called Radius Deep Mount, I believe. So Radius Deep. So it's an the ear tips is a little bit weird in shape. I would say that usually we are using ear tips that is this kind of shape. Yes, these ear tips go the other way around. So it can, I would say technically it can fit a little bit deeper. Hence, with this very long nozzle, I can just fit it deeper into my ears, then it can like fill up my ears a little bit better. So these are the ear tips that I end up using, but also it's not perfect as well. We'll be talking about it in the sound section later. So this is all the physical aspect of this Aurora. Let's talk about sound. So sound, this IM is going towards a little bit of a V-shape. I would say that it's quite V-shaped, yes. So it's a V-shaped IM. So let's talk about the sound like separately. Let's talk about bass. So the bass on this IM, I would say that it's very fast and very snappy. You won't get a lot of rumble that stay there, like decay. You don't get that, but you get a lot of snappiness, a lot of decisiveness, and a lot of, I would say, speed. So if you like attack, if you like speed that is really fast, if you have very, I would say, tempo song or EDM that need a lot of speed, a lot of snappy bass, you will get it here. Yes, in terms of quantity, yes, it is not a very basic IM. It don't have like a lot of bass, but because of how snappy it is, how fast it is, and how fast it can hit you, I think that is quite satisfying to hear. So I would still consider this IM to be a little bit tilting to the bassier side. So, and let's talk about the mid-range. So mid-range over here is a little bit scooped out, and I would say that it's very clean and clear, but because of the bass, it doesn't bleed into the mids, and also because of the speed of the bass is so fast. Yes, it's so fast. You have zero interruptions into like interference into the mids, so making it very clean, very clear. And with this cleanliness and clearness, you have one caveat also. It is a little bit thin. Yes, it is not a bad thing. Okay, it's not a bad thing. You see, most of the IMs from like Moondrop, like from Viento, even from higher end IMs like the 9-liter, all these IM are going towards a very clean, clear sound, but all of them has this issue that is being a little bit thin. So it depends on what you are looking for. If you like something very thick sounding, very large, very thick, like TA Audio, because they have very slow bass, and thicker mids, or something like from Pinon. Okay, Pinon having very thick sounding IM as well, or like ISN, which is their sub brand, I guess, also having very thick sound. But this kind of IM from like Aurora, which is a little bit more technical, a little bit more detailed, a little bit cleaner, clearer sound, is just a little bit, I would say, thinner. Yeah. So let's talk about the upper mid range. The female vocal. Female vocal on this IM is very forward. Yes, it's here, very forward. It give you all of it is super forward, and the presence of female vocal is really prominent here. And for those of you who like the female vocals to stand out apart from the rest of the things, and this is something that you will be interested in. And something that I want to mention, something that is here on this Aurora that is not present in most of the Chi-Fi IMs like recently, which is airiness. You haven't seen this word in my channel for a long time, because there isn't really a lot of IM that have this airiness thingy going on for such a long time, because I think Chi-Fi, they just don't really like to do this kind of sound, I guess, or for some reason I don't have a lot of airiness IM for the past like 1 year or like half a year. I never seen this for a long time, and so I've been enjoying this female vocal on this IM very much, because it's very forward, it's very airy, and also the detail retrieval on this IM is, I would say, at top of the line kind of detail retrieval, I would say is a tri-bit, and the detail retrieval I would give it to something to compare, which is to the $500 to the $700 price point, is comparable to that kind of detail retrieval. And aside from that, sound staging on this IM is also very wide. Yes, very wide. If it's just, to me, felt that because of the airiness and the sound staging that is so wide, just give me that very nice feeling that when you are listening to something like orchestra stuff or BGM stuff, background music like game OST, that kind of thing, it will be very nice. Okay, so this is all the good things, and a little bit complaints again. So having a lot of complaints recently. So these little things that I think this IM can do better is this IM is also leaning towards a little bit to the brighter side. Yes, a little bit to the brighter side, and that's why I have changed the cable to something that is a little bit more that I'm fond of, which is from Liquid Link Conti. It's a copper cable. Yes, it is very warm. Yes, it is very diffuse, but it just somehow helps the IM to make it a little bit less bright and more easier to listen to. Actually, don't get me wrong, when I say bright is because when I'm listening to like J-pop, okay, that kind of very chaotic stuff like Lisa, yeah, Aimer, not really Aimer, but like Lisa, they're just a bit too chaotic to listen to, and sometimes just a bit fatiguing. But I've tried to change into other genres, like from some Western music, some Western pop, and even some of the older songs like from Dawn Tree. Yeah, very old. So this kind of music is perfectly fine. Okay, I don't find any sharpness in there, and just very nice to listen to with the airiness and all. So, and also I have listened to like game OST, like from, if you have something like from the Octopath, or something like from the Demon Slayer soundtrack, the Zenitsu theme, all of that is very nice. And also, what else I listen to, like the God of War soundtrack, everything is nice. Okay, all the instruments have very good separations and very, I would say, wide staging, and I can get every details, every micro nuances here and there, which is a very nice thing to have. So I would say that this brightness, it's not that something that you can't save it. Okay, it's not as bright as something like the Lecture S12, the Timeless. All these Planas IM are much more bright. I mean, brighter than the Aurora. So Aurora is just a little bit leaning to that direction, but it can be changed by just using another cable or ear tips. And back to the ear tips that I was mentioning just now, I was using the Radius Deep Mount, where it gives me better fit, okay, it gives me better comfort. But Radius Deep Mount, just to be aware that it's a ear tips that also boosts your, I would say, presence of vocal as well. So the vocal is really quite forward, and with this Radius Deep Mount, it will make it even more so, then hence making it a little bit brighter again. So that's why this is my impression that this IM is a bit brighter. I never use the stock ear tips that they have because the shape just doesn't really fit my ears. So yeah, this is why. I mean, I'm still rolling for ear tips. I will let you guys know if I ever found one that is very comfortable to use on this IM, or you guys who have already found one, you can leave it down in the comment down below and let everyone know. I will pin your comment. So this is all about the sound impressions, and let's go to the comparison. Comparison wise, I will compare it to two main IM that I find that is very relevant to the comparison. First of all, everyone want to know how do this compare to the DAS. So DAS, I would say that have lesser bass. Yes, although bass, I mean now in the stock mode, okay, not the DSP. So compared to the DAS in the analog mode, okay, I would say that the DAS still, as it's not as bassy. Bass is not something that DAS has been known for, or Blessing Tree has been known for. So still not as bassy. I would think that the bass there is a little bit more balanced, a little bit, it's just there nicely done, but it's not that super snappy, super fast, or super satisfying to listen to. Okay, and both of them having very the same thinness again as usual. Then the female vocal on the DAS is a bit lacking. Okay, it is not forward. Okay, Okay, this is something that I wish the DAS would have, like slightly a little bit more presence in female vocal range. It doesn't do that. So in terms of, if you like female vocal forwardness, that kind of thing, or airiness in female vocal, that you like female vocal in overall, I think that Aurora is something that you should pick. And in terms of detail retrieval, I think that both of them having like different ways in doing detail retrieval. So on the Aurora, both of them at the same level, just that the Aurora make it a little bit, I would say, in a brighter sense, it's a bit brighter. On the DAS, it's still very technical, but it's in a more relaxed manner. So depends on your acceptance, okay, how sensitive you are, or how you can take how much that you can take the brightness. So if you can't really take a single slide of brightness, then of course go for the DAS. Then let's compare it to something that is like almost a year old now, which is from Kiwi Ears, the Quintet. Yes, Quintet. So confused. There's this quartet and quintet. So quintet is quad breed. Yes, a very interesting IEM that was released like near last year. So we have BA, DD, planar, and planar if I'm not wrong, and then piezo as well. So 4 things all together, and it having a very similar approach to the Aurora, where I think that just the thing that I don't like it on the Quintet is that the timbre on the Quintet is just a little bit off, okay, because of 4 drivers coming in together, okay, doing different stuff. The timbre is not the most natural things to listen to, but I would say that both of them are going a very similar way. And also the Quintet is a little bit more forgiving, although it is still also quite bright as well, but a little bit more forgiving in the essence. Okay, so this Aurora maybe is because my pairing is not right, or maybe because the genre is not right and the A-tips is not right. That's why I find it a bit bright. But overall, it's a very good IEM in terms of bass, in terms of cleanliness, in terms of detail retrieval, airiness in vocals and forwardness in vocal staging. Everything that you want is there. Okay, is there. Just find a method to like just tame it down a little bit, then it's perfect. So I would say that Aurora, is it a good IEM? Yes, it is. I stand for it. Yeah, so that's all for my review today, and see you guys again next week.